So administrative boundary of users and computers, it is a logical one, right? It means when you have a centralized PC, so this is having all the information. Means it's like a one domain controller. The domain controller has a users information, group information, computer information, resources, services information. So those who are in a domain, so they will authorized, authenticated, and provided services. So that is like administrative boundary. But that is earlier days of 2000 time. Now it is enterprise network. When it is come to the enterprise, it is not a single domain. We have a multi domains are there in a single enterprise. What is an enterprise? For example, I started a company, Latif Tech Solutions. One company starting, right? That is one single enterprise only. Means it is an enterprise, but it is a only single part of enterprise, not MNC company, not a different organizations or different services. I'm not only one single service. So it is not completely. We can't say this enterprise, but it is a starting point, right? Um, I'll give you another example. Like if you everybody knows Tata, so clear history of Tata's knows. Okay, how they earn the money, how do they do business and all. We know the clear history. Other people we don't have much idea. Of course, big industrials also there like a Birla, Godrej. Godrej is also very big business in India and outside of India also. Bajaj, so Bajaj is also a very big organization, but we are not going to their histories and all. But Tata is a more popular in a public wise. So we'll start that one. Someone started a Tata Enterprise. Okay, Jamshedji Tata, JRD Tata, so many Tatas, Hussein Tata, so many Tatas are there. So this is a Tata Forest. Someone started a business, right? So I want triangle symbol like this. This is a first, they started with one business, right? So that is a the first root level domain controller. It is called a root domain control. Root means starting one, uh, root domain controller. So this one we call it as a forest. Okay, this is what we call it as a forest. The forest will be created, the forest will be created when you create a root domain. When you create a root domain, it is you will forest automatically create. Your enterprise will start with a root level domain controller, root level domain you are creating. Just for example, I create a tata.com. Okay, this is my enterprise domain. This is my enterprise domain, my forest level domain, and the domain controller in this one. So domain controller represent like this. This is domain controller. Triangle represents domain. Triangle represents domain that something like you can see a system like a cabinet type. Okay, so this is called a domain controller. Okay, this is a forest level domain controller. So like a root DC, you can also call as a root DC or forest DC. Any name you can put it. Any name you can put it. Like root DC means root level domain controller, starting one, or a forest level domain controller. It's a first domain controller in the entire forest. By installing this domain controller, you created a forest. By installing this domain controller, so you created a forest automatically. So this domain is a forest level domain. So first domain in the forest. Okay. Now forest is automatically created by creating of this, by installing this domain controller and creation of that domain. Next. Okay, next. But do you have seen that Tata is a only one name for everything? No, no. TCS is there, for example. TCS also belongs to Tata's, right? For example, this is a TCS.com. TCS.com is a one part of Tata Enterprise. In a enterprise is Tata Enterprise. Enterprise is Tata Enterprise. Tata.com first one. But in that enterprise, I got another domain. That the domain name is, for example, TCS.com. Okay, TCS.com. So this TCS.com and Tata.com share common schema. Both will share common schema. Both will share. Both are belongs to same forest only. But this TCS.com we call it as a tree. We call this one as a tree. Tree domain. So it's a tree means tree domain. What is this tree domain? Tree domain is a domain in the forest. Domain in the forest. That is called a tree. You have a forest, jungle. You go to the forest and see in the forest we have a lot of trees are there, right? So same thing. Like you have an enterprise. In the enterprise, we have a lot of different domains in the enterprises are there. Like that domain we call it as a TCS tree domain. Okay, same concept only. Jungle ka concept. So that kind of concept it is. Okay, now it is Tata Steel is there. Tata Motors are there. So we'll go to Tata Motors. Tata Motors. This is also tree. This is also tree. So don't put a Tata Motors. We have to put a Tata Motors. Some name we have to put it .com, .org like that. Okay? So always go with the hierarchical part. Compulsory .com, .org after 2000 2003 onwards 2003 onwards compulsory .coms. Nt we don't require because domain active directory architecture forest level architectures tree child all kind of stuff comes from there only. For example, I have a subdomain is there. For example, the domain is subdomain to this one. This is also same domain, same place, but it is something like electric dot Tata Motors .com. Okay. So for example, like this. So what happened? This domain, this domain having a name, this domain having a name of this domain as this part, and another name is also added here. So this is this domain we call it as a child domain. Child child domains. What is the child domain? Child domain is under any of the domain which carries their name. Okay, so it is like a subdomain or a child domain. It is we can call it as a subdomain or a child domain because of it is inside of this domain only. This is a parent name. This is the child name is electric. So both are combinedly this will become this big name. Electric dot Tata Motors .com. It is a full name is that one. Tata Motors .com is a parent and electric is child. The name is electric dot Tata Motors .com or a subdomain we can say. Okay, so that is it. So Tata.com, the Tata.com is a enterprise, and this is our enterprise level domain. Also we call as a root domain or a root domain controller. The physical machine we call it as a domain controller. So root domain control forest level domain controller. The domains in the forest we call it as a trees. Okay, so which share a common schema, common domain naming system, it will common. So that's thing. Next, they have individual names, they don't carry like this tcs.tata.com. It is not there, right? No, tcs.com only, individual names only, but it is under a forest. Okay, so if you are in a forest, okay, so there are in a same forest. And sometimes we can able to create a domain which is a child domain or subdomain to the existing domain. Either it is can be a tree domain or a root domain also. Each domain has their own domain controller. Each domain has their own domain controller. Each domain will maintain individual domain database. Each domain will maintain individual domain database in the domain controller. Understand? Okay. Guys, up to now, okay, or maybe I may have to repeat one by one point again. Up to now, okay, not okay.
Please repeat once again.
Okay, I will start from here. Tata, for example, it is an enterprise, right? So whenever you create a tata.com, it is a root level domain and a root level domain controller. Okay, so when you create this one, automatically a forest is created automatically with the name. Forest name is tata.com only. The first domain name is also tata.com only. So this is a forest level domain. The domain controller is forest level domain controller. Domain controller is a physical server. Okay. Forest. First one is forest. How forest will create? By creating a first domain or domain controller in the forest. So based on that, forest is created. The forest means the combination of multiple domains. In the single forest we have a multiple domain trees. Okay, multiple domain trees are there. So if you create a tree, if you are going to create a domain in the forest, that is called a tree. If you are creating a domain in the forest, that is called a tree. Very simple. So that time we have to tell this is my forest, this is my domain. So you have to tell this is my forest, this is my domain, then you can able to create domain tree. So this is a domain tree. So you are telling what is your forest, what is your domain. So that is called a domain tree. Next, child domains. What is the child domain? It is also a domain, but it is under some existing domain. It is under existing domain. Okay, so for example tatamotors.com. So I created a electric dot tatamotors.com. So obviously it is a child domain to main domain. So this is like that. Okay. mm, so a lot of check marks are there. So someone send a message. That's no. Very good question. Domain controller and DNS are one thing only? No. DNS is a server. DNS server is a DNS server only, name to IP address thing. But domain controller need a DNS server help because all the communication by name only. All the communication by name only. Okay, so we need a DNS server in the domain controller. For domain controller functioning, we need a DNS server. But DNS server is not a domain controller. DNS server stores DNS server stores, very good question. DNS server stores name and IP address. DNS server stores name and IP address. Okay. Next, domain controller stores user, computer, groups, resources, services, like that, right? So main is users, computers, groups will store in a domain controller. And domain controller do authentication and authorization service also. Domain controller do authentication and authorization services. DNS do, if you give name, you will get an IP address for a particular domain name. For example, you type tatamotors.com. Tatamotors.com so having some IP address, domain controller IP address, right? It give that IP address. PC1 dot Tata Motors. PC1 dot Tata Motors dot com. PC1 in the Tata Motors, that IP address you will get it. That is it. Okay. Both are not same, but both are helpful. For DNS is more important, but for a functioning of domain controller. That's it. Okay, guys. This is the domain and domain kind of things.
Sir, sir,
Yeah.
here we use same type of domains. I mean, that's belong to the Tata only, or we can use different also in one forest.
In one forest, you can have uh, multiple domains. This is a one single forest.
Okay, sir.
Okay, it's a multiple domains we can able to create. Each individual having a different domain users. For example, you are working on a TCS. So where is your account stores? In tcs.com, right?
TCS.com.
Okay, so you are for example, someone is working in a for example, Saurav is working in a tatamotors.com. Okay, Tata Motors, where his account is stores? Tata
Tata
Motors
Motors.
domain only. Okay, it in their domain controller only.
Sir, they all are belong to the Tata groups only.
Yeah,
So
all are belongs to
suppose
Tata only. That's right. Right. Who is, for example, you are working in TCS. Who is your CEO? Who is Tata CEO?
don't know.
No, at
Ratan
least you
Tata.
can say Ratan Tata.
Ratan Tata.
No, no, Ratan Tata is not CEO now. Okay, but
Mistri. Rajesh
Mistry
Gopi.
gone. Mistry got history. This is.
Gunnar Bashik.
He is also gone. This is Natarajan. Something is came. New one is this one. Natarajan Chandrasekharan. Okay. Mistry gone. Recently, the court case is also favored to Tata's only. But ultimately, that Ratan Tata, as long as he alive, he is the only one person we remember. Okay, right? Who is the CEO of Cognizant?
Brian Humphreys.
Yes, very good. Brian Humphreys. This is an important question in interview. If you don't know who is the CEO, okay. Kumar Mahadeva, ex founder. Francisco D'Souza 2 years back. Only he retired. Now Brian Humphreys. Okay. Okay. So very good. You're told well. So for you are working in TCS, and someone like Saurav is working in Tata Motors, and for example, Sai is working in a electrical.tatamotors.com. Tata Steel. One more is there. So many are there. That's why I told this example. Okay. Tata Steel is there.
Suppose, sir, cognizant. So it can be possible to he will be there in the same forest if other Tata is there.
For example, Cognizant is another company, right?
So different forest will be that, sir.
Yeah, and then it is a different forest. Very good.
Okay, sir.
This is the Cognizant forest. This is Tata forest. For example, this
Okay,
is a
sir.
Tata. This is Reliance. Because both we are talk more. Okay. For example,
Okay.
this is a Cognizant. Where it is? A very good question. Cognizant. Spelling is right or wrong. I don't know. Okay, no problem. So this is a Cognizant, and Cognizant has their own domains, child domains, all kind of stuff is there. For example, user in a TCS. There is a user in the TCS want to work here. Like a Cognizant people need some work with a Tata people. Okay, they are telling send your TCS guy in our organization for a temporarily they can work. So they are not giving job. Okay, to Cognizant people not giving job to this person. They're asking TCS help, or a TCS give I need your help, send your guy to do some work in this one. Can we send? This is different forest. This is different forest. Can we send? We can send by mutual trust relationship. Forest to forest trust relationship is there. Forest to forest trust relationship we have to create, and we have to allow a particular user or a group of users to work with your organization. If you are allow, then only this user can able to access local resources of this forest or this forest domain, a particular domain. Okay, so like that. So that's relationship also we can able to create it.
Sir, what if means Tata owns Fiat, Tata has many more companies in its joint venture, then that company will be in Tata's forest or what?
uh, yeah, yes, right. Tata has so many companies, right? Tata
Yes, sir.
Steel,
Like,
Tata.
no,
uh,
not like that.
mm,
Tata owns many more companies like Fiat, Maserati, uh, Jaguar.
yes.
So these companies will be in Tata's forest or what?
uh, s- okay, Jaguar wise, yeah, if they buy new company, right? So you're asking.
Yes,
So
they
like
are in joint venture of with some
joint
company.
ventures,
Yes,
then they have a actually ownership based on a 51% of share, like a or higher percent of share is based on that is there. Sometimes joint ventures, so there are belongs to like employee, so some employees can be belongs to either in a Tata wise or maybe another company. For example, I'm a 70s, so my domain is 70s only, but I'm working in a Tata company. Possible, right? That is what we can say. Payroll management. Payroll management, we have HCL. We recruit a candidate in a for a HCL, and we pay the salary for the candidate, but working location is HCL. So in that condition, what happened? Trust relationship. That's your question. If two companies come together working on a same thing, like
same
one is a
project.
payroll,
Yes,
another is a working location, another is a access resources. For example, Tata IRCTC. Tata maintain website, but railway maintained by government. Okay, so in a collaborations, so they will go with a trust relationship. So they have their own individual people only. Government employee is government employee, not a Tata employee. Tata employee is TCS employee is TCS employee only, not government employee. As per their roles and recruitment, but they are collaborating each other. They're sharing their resources by trusting each other. That's a trust relationship. Okay, very good question, guys. You're asking question means you are into the point. Even if you got a doubt and you are asking a confusion doubt also, that means you are in the topic. Okay, if you are looking at the screen and the mostly you are not understand anything, or you are not listening, or you are disconnected. If you are asking a question, don't worry, you are in the point. Okay, so it is always better. Okay, if you confuse also, it is better. If you understand, good. If you not understand, also good. Means you are confused also, very good. If you don't listen, I don't know what to say. Okay, within the trust, within the Tata, within the forest, all domains are trust each other. It means TCS will directly trust Tata Motors, Tata.com directly trust this one will trust, like this. So like this, within the forest, each domain will trust each other because of because of but everyone is in same forest only, but individually they have their own database, separate database is there. And when you are working with the other organization, forest to forest trust relationship has to be created for collaborated projects and all. Very good, so that's a good concept. Okay, so forest first, to start, like I want to start my company, I have to start somewhere one point, right? Like a Tata.com. So In that one, lot of other business came up like TCS.com and TataMotors.com, TataSteel.com. As you said, new business completely purchased, not completely purchased. It means it is inside a forest. If only 50% shareholders or 60% shareholders or 30% shareholders, like in that situations, they are not completely in a forest. They are in a collaboration, means trust relationship was one only. Okay, so we'll go to that enterprise thing later. Okay, first of all, the what is a tree domain? Tree domains are a collection of one or more domains in the within the forest, only called tree domains. Collection of one or more domains called a forest. A collection of one or more domains in the forest is called as a tree. Okay, so subdomains of a existing domain is called a child domain. So this is the domains. Okay, I will remove these big zeros. Okay, guys, already one time I asked one question about printer kind of stuff. Same question. Okay, this is a domain controller, right? So domain controller, we call that one as a DC domain controller. Okay, I have a domain controller. This domain controller also in a world name we call it as a PDC. PDC means primary domain controller. What is PDC? Primary domain controller. So usually in the entire your domain, not forest, yeah, in a domain we have a domain controller for one single domain. So there is a one single domain controller. It means PDC, primary domain controller, must be there, right? Without a domain controller, there is no domain at all. Okay, without a domain controller, there is no domain. And some people got a question is, in one single domain controller, how many domains we can able to create it? How many domains we can create in a single domain controller? Only one domain only. Okay, only one domain only. One single domain has can have multiple domain controllers. One single domain can have multiple domain controller, but one domain controller is a member of one single domain only. One domain controller don't have two, three domains in that one. Okay, so because it's a domain means it's a logical one, domain controller is a physical one, and a membership of a domain is important here. It means if you are a domain, this is a domain. Okay, the domain is a logical one. Okay, so member of the domain is belongs to that domain only. If you are belongs to one domain, and as well as if you want to become want to member of other domain, that is not there. So that option is not there. For example, you are a member of TCS and as well as a Tata Motors. You can't be that one. You can't be both. Either you are a member of TCS.com or TataMotors.com. So like that. So either in for a machine also, either you are belongs to TCS.com or TataMotors.com or Tata.com or electric.tatamotors.com. So like that, one domain controller belongs to one domain only. But in a domain, we can have multiple domain controllers. This is a primary domain controller, and we have a additional domain controller. From 2008 onwards, we should call this one as a additional domain controller. But old name for this one is BDC, backup domain controller. Backup domain controller. Backup domain controller. DC means primary domain controller. ADC means backup domain controller. What is the use of this backup domain controller? Is to load balance, means number of users in the enterprise is very high. In the organization, I have a lot of users are there, like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 users are there. So my domain controller cannot handle all the traffic, so I can share the load with a additional domain controller. So single domain controller cannot handle the entire authentication or user authentication and authorization of request by users kind of stuff. Okay, we can share the load with a other additional domain controller. Like I can create a multiple additional domain controller for balancing the load. To balance the load, ADC, additional domain controller, that is also called as backup domain controller. Primary domain controller is usually one primary domain controller in the domain, but additional domain controllers can be multiple. So we can able to balance the load within the network. Okay. So for load balancing, first one is for load balancing. Okay, so first one is for a load balancing. Second one is if in case primary domain controller is down. If in case primary domain controller is down, means all authentication and authorization process will be down. So what we do, we use additional domain controllers to take over the place. So it called a failover. So what is a use of additional domain controller for load balance the traffic. Okay, to for a load balance and failover. Load balance means balance the load of a, user request thing. Okay, and balance if in case your primary domain controller is down, no problem, additional domain controller can handle the thing. So service is not down, so authentication and authorization service is not down, service is not down, machine is down but service is not down. So that is first time you create a additional for a primary domain controller. Next, for supporting we are going to create additional domain controller, but we don't have that much of RAM capacity to create two servers. This is one server, this is second server. We don't have that many servers to run, so we are not doing this one, but if you want I will show you. No, and that is a different part, so leave like that. But see here, it's a domain controller, additional domain controller, like that. Okay, BDC backup domain controller. If primary domain controller fails, no problem, we have a additional domain controller to function in the place of primary domain controller. So many other things are there, so we'll see that one more is there, that is RODC. One more is there, that is RODC from 2008 server onwards. Okay, what is this RODC? Read only domain controller. So for example, you have a branch office. Usually branch offices are having a very less security. Security is very less, right? Management security, physical security is very less also. Branch office is a small area. So what I will do, I will put a data from my primary domain controller. I will migrate the data from here to here. Guys, remember DC, ADC, okay, and another ADC, like the DC, additional domain controller, and additional domain controller will maintain same database only. What are the users in domain controller? Same users in ADC. What are the users in domain controller? Users, groups, computers are same database in the additional domain controller also. Okay, in RODC also same database, no difference. Okay, same database of domain controller. What are the database is there? Same database is there in a RODC. Same database is same. But my branch having a, for example, a 50 users are there. Only 50 users in a branch. In a domain RODC, only 50 users passwords will be there. For example, in my total organization having a 1,000 users, total organization has 1,000 users, and their password stores in domain controller, additional domain controllers also, right? And 1,000 user accounts information came to RODC also, but out of 1,000, these 50 users passwords are stored in RODC. Only that branch users only it will access by generally. And what is the advantage? If I am not branch means my main office is in New Jersey, branch office in Pune. Okay, main office in New Jersey, branch office in Pune. So my domain controller is in New Jersey. My so I can't access my domain controller. When I so that's why I should balance the things. Okay, so this is I thought I didn't put anything on my stove. It's giving hot sounds. Okay, so this is about RODC. Okay, so again, guys, so I'm repeating few things. See clearly. DC means domain controller, ADC, and also I told RODC. Okay, RODC, DC, ADC, RODC. Next, root DC means forest DC only. When you create a forest DC, then we can able to create an enterprise. Next DC is child. Is a child is a collection of domains in a forest. Next, child domain controller is a subdomain of existing domain. Child DC. So three options. First one is root or a forest level domain controller, forest domain controller. Second, so it means domain controller only. So no. So it is main domain controller we are creating like a forest we are creating with this option. Next one is additional domain controller or RODC. Next, tree or a child. So these are names and these are options when you create a domain controller. Okay, so this is about your part. Okay, of course there is a theory things also there. So we'll see. These are all statements I will give you.
Sir, please repeat RODC part once again.
RODC. Okay, I have a branch. I put a branch in a RODC, read only domain controller. It is nothing but a backup domain controller only. So just type is backup domain controller only. So main domain controller, additional domain controller, read only domain controller. Usually remote read only domain controller means in a branch offices we have a less security one thing. Okay, so in a overall enterprise I have 1,000 users for example. So you can take 1,000 users. Okay, so all 1,000 users username and their passwords stores in domain controller. Okay, all 1,000 users username password stores in domain controller. Same information stored in additional domain controller also. But in RODC, the database of the domain controller will be in a RODC also. Same database. But one difference is all 1,000 user names will come up. But for example, in a branch, I have a 50 users. 50 users password only will come. Other user password won't be there here. That is the first one. RODC, the first thing is read only domain controller. Entire database will store, but only the users in the branch, that only will come here. So other users passwords won't come here. For example, I'm working in a different branch and I came to another branch. I want to log in. I can't log in. Why? Because of that. This is a situation. We can control number of users in that branch only. We can control it if you want. Like five people are transferred from another branch to my branch, another branch to another branch. Uh, what happened? We can access. We can ask your main administrator, domain enterprise administrator, add this kind of stuff like that. Okay, this is one. Second, uh, administrator of this domain controller means the admin account, a domain admin can able to log in here, 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 here also. So for a branch, we don't give a name of administrator name and password. Once we set up, we'll make some user as a admin only. We will make a some user as a RODC admin. Okay, so where okay, here my mouse. Okay, I have some user, for example, easy like some name like Raj is a admin name. I make him as a RODC admin. RODC admin can able to log into RODC, can view means he can able to view the information, but he cannot change means you don't get a right permission. He can't control the accounts. Only he can view the account information only. Like what is the account lock, unlock accounts. That few information only he will get it, but he cannot able to change the settings or add a users or delete a users. He cannot do it. RODC means read only means the RODC admin cannot change the database in the RODC. RODC admin cannot change the database in RODC. Only domain admin or a domain controller admins can able to domain admins can able to change the database, but RODC cannot able to change the database. But it always sync the database with the other things. For example, there is a change in domain controller, the change will occur automatically here. If any change is in ADC, that change will go to all other PCs. Okay, like each one will any change in the database, the change will occur to everyone. But in RODC, we cannot change the database. That is read only domain controller. Second, usually suitable for branch offices. Okay, so because physical security and network security is less, and another important one is only the branch, that branch, how many users are in that branch, their passwords only will be there in this database. Okay, all other user names there, but their passwords won't be there. So these 50 users can authenticate in a branch. These 50 users can authenticate in the branch. Other users cannot authenticate in that branch. In that branch, that's it. Okay, like that. For example, we are all branch. I have 37 accounts here. So all 37 accounts. Now how many are there? 25. Okay, like that. Okay, 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 guys. Siddiq is asking some question. DC gives domain name with help of DNS server. No, no. DC is a DC. DC works with the DNS like for both communication. Okay, you understand that one. Okay. How many members can we pair with DC? How many members can we pair with DC? Means how many domain additional domain controllers here? How many members can be paired with a single domain? What maximum number of members? So like a number of users in a domain controller depends upon your operating system version. Okay, so like no, 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 no. that we have to go with the comparison chart. Okay, how many users in a one single domain controller? So ntds.dat is there, no, database. So number of users. Okay, like this, you have to go for that one. These many. That is also not correct. Okay, practically unlimited accounts we can able to create from 2008 onwards. Practically we can unlimited, but there is a limitation. You have to go to version wise. Uh, um, Depends upon 2003, 2008, 2009. Sorry, 2008, 2006, 12, 16, like that. So number of accounts in the domain is a different one. Okay.
Sir, is it also depend on bandwidth?
Network bandwidth. You are asking 1 Gbps, 2 Gbps.
Yes, sir.
Okay, bandwidth means if you in case if you have a more number of users, for creating number of users, no bandwidth involvement is not there. But at a time, number of users should be authenticated. Like 9 o'clock, exactly 9 o'clock. Usually won't happen, but exactly 9 o'clock, everyone start logging. What happened? For example, I have 1,000 users are there. 1,000 users at a time they want to log in. What happened?
Burden will be there.
Burden on a network and server. Next is server. Mainly all the requests come to one single server point, right? So burden will be increases. So then definitely the network involvement is there. At a time traffic handling is also there. So higher this. That's why I should told in a morning section. This is also still morning. So I told one information is that network, sorry, server hardware is more important in the in a server level. Okay, so multiple NICs to handle the network is very important, and the server hardware, of course, CPU and other kind of stuff there. Next one is, of course, for every time you can't increase the hardware capacity of a domain controller, right? Hardware capacity of domain controller, like now 1,000 users are there. Okay, this hardware, and next is 2,000 users are there. Can you increase, keep on increasing this domain controller hardware? We don't do it, so we'll go for additional domain controller. Why additional domain controller? For load balancing. Next, failover purpose. Okay. Okay, guys. I think so. It is. I took a lot of time. Afternoon, I will show complete practical one by one. List of the practical. Everybody should be there. I don't know why some people disconnected. So that is not at all good. When we record this section, so the record also record this screen, right? 25, 17, 14. Our one of the subscriber is Charan sir also there.